If this is your first time to my channel, I apologize that this is the way that we had to meet. Sometimes I do look like this. Not today. So it's early in the morning. This is one of the only days that I have off to not have to do anything. But I have so much stuff to do. My house is horrendous. Anyways, I might even change out of my muumuu for y'all. I'm just going to change clothes. I'm going to get started. I got so much stuff to do. I don't know what I'm going to get done yet, but this is like the realest cleaning video you're going to get. I see some of the videos that y'all be watching on YouTube. Okay. I'm not going to mess with trying to make B-rolls and fancy editing and all that stuff. I'm literally going to pick you up and carry you through my house, and so you can watch me clean. That's how I really clean anyways. And I feel like that's how most of us clean our house. It's just all over the place, okay? I'll start one thing in here. I'll take something to another room that reminds me to start something else, and then that's just how it is. So that's what you're gonna get today. We're just gonna be productive. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot of things to talk about. We'll go over all that. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get started. But first, let's change. Okay, so we went ahead and we got changed. I'm gonna get started here in the living room. I honestly did not have a plan as to how I wanted to go about the day, but I just knew that there was just a handful of things that I wanted to tackle, so to say. I know that I had previously told you guys that I would take you along for when I washed this living room rug, and this was definitely the day to do it. I also wanted to leave this little part in here of me trying to vacuum this rug. Every time I go to vacuum, I do the same thing. I don't have it on the right setting, like the floor setting for the vacuum, and I always end up sucking the rug up and getting annoyed with it. But I always do try to like vacuum it to get as much dog hair off of it as humanly possible before I do put it in my washing machine, because we all know how that goes here. Anyways, we also know about the music. I have to have it. I was really feeling it this day. I'll be honest with you, I haven't physically been feeling very well, and this was a good day. The weather was really nice. I will tell you, warm weather definitely helps me. My bones, my body, my aches and my pains, all of that. Look at that. Look at that, what I did to the rug. I was like, you know what? Forget it. We're just going to go ahead and shake it out. And I try to get a close-up of this. I wish you could see all of the lovely yellow Labrador dust that comes off of this, but you can't really see it that well. Anyway, trust. It was there. So, what was I saying? Oh, the weather. It's been really, really nice, and that has really helped me because my bones just hurt so bad. And we can usually keep some warm-ish weather, like in the 70s through November here in Virginia. So fingers crossed that stays the same this year. But I wanted to show you the rug here in the washer. It fits very nicely, and I just put a little bit of Tide, a little bit of Snuggle, and I used some like borax type stuff and some like OxyClean, OxyBoost type stuff. Anyway, it does the job. These rugs really wash excellently. I will leave the link to this one in the description. Everything that I'm using throughout the video, I'll link it in the description box. But go check those rugs out, because I have been washing these like almost every other week because I can, and it's nice and convenient. But yeah, check them out if you're in the mood, or whatever that's called. Words. But one of the main reasons why I wanted to get this rug wash is because I wanted to show you the super cool new chair that I got from AIMSTYTO. This is the beanbag chair for adults. You guys know that I talk about the beanbag chair that I have downstairs that we use like when we play cards on Saturday nights. Somebody always has to take a turn sitting on the floor, and we have really worn that chair out. I'm so excited that I get to throw that one away and I can use this one now. I'm actually so dumbfounded that this chair is a lot more comfier than I expected, because when I unrolled it, I was like, this is going to be like really hard, but it is absolutely not. It is actually made from like one solid piece of this high resilience foam, so it gives you like a full body support, and it doesn't like sink like when you are sitting on a beanbag. You know how you kind of like just sink into it? This is not like that. So you can use it like as a little floor lounge chair, or just like a little cozy spot to chill in, or just like sit and play cards like I use it for. Bodhi also has found this as a new favorite of his. Not really a big fan of that, but we let him. I love the design. So they have actually two designs. They have this bold graffiti print one, and you can tell it just says Dior all over it. I love. And then they also have a cow print style, and it just really makes it look like cool furniture, or not just like a big pillow on your floor. That's what I like about this. I'm not sure of the exact name of the material. The only way I know how to explain it is like a neoprene material, but it's so incredibly soft, and I love that you can unzip it, take it off, throw it in the washer, and put it right back on. You don't have to mess with, again, all the little beads of a beanbag chair and all that good stuff. Christmas is coming, and this could also just be a great everyday gift. I know everybody probably has somebody in mind, or not themselves, that could really use one of these. I love, 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 love it. Go check it out. I'll leave all the information in the description box below. So if you've been watching while I've been talking about the chair, you saw all the dog hair that I just got out from underneath of this couch. Whoa, disgusting. Okay, gross. There's also a ball that he's been whining about. So I needed to get under this couch because I let the robot vacuum go under here a lot, and sometimes she will grab a hold of those wires right there and unplug it. So I was not able to use any of the functionalities with the couch, like the recliner and the plugins for the phones and all that stuff. So I needed to pull that out. I figured while I was there, I would go ahead and get everything cleaned out from underneath it as well. Got all of that done, and now look, everything works. I will be honest with you guys, I've been sitting on this video for a couple of weeks only because I have just had something going on every day, all day. And this has just slipped to the wayside. And I feel so incredibly bad because I just feel bad. Anyway, also, please don't come at me for not throwing ball with Bodie. If you just saw that, he will come, bring it, throw it at you, pick it up, throw it at you, pick it up, throw it at you, because he wants you to feel bad. So I didn't notice that's what he was doing at first, and then I was like, okay, I'll play with you for a second. But also, if you rub him for too long, he'll start to lay down, and once he lays down, it's all over. So I had to walk away. I was like, nope, we got stuff to do. So I promise you guys, I do play with him. I just don't film it, okay? I just film the cleaning parts. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Okay, so by the time you guys get to see this, it is now after Halloween. Did you guys have a good Halloween? I would love to know what your favorite costume was. That's the one thing that I miss. So where I live now, we don't get trick-or-treaters. None. Not nary a one, okay? And I loved being able to see all the little kids come to the door, and I could see all of their creativity and their excitement and their little costumes and stuff like that. And I don't get to see that anymore. But I have Mila now. And we went trick-or-treating. So last year was really her first real Halloween? No. Yes. Okay. She wasn't walking. She wasn't doing nothing for Halloween, all right? Anyways, this year was like the first big Halloween. So we met, and we all went walking for trick-or-treat. She did so good. She was Elmo. If I can remember, I'll put a picture up here. If not, I'll post it on my Facebook. If you guys don't follow my Facebook account, I will have it linked in the description. Please go and follow me there, because I'm going to start putting like little reels over there. I feel like that's just easier for me. It's like a faster way for me to create something and get it out to you guys. So if you're interested, I would love for you guys to follow me over there on the Book of Faces. Okay, anyway, so she was Elmo. And what's so sweet about it is she's got an older brother and an older sister, and both of them, for their second Halloweens, they each wore the same Elmo outfit. Oh my gosh. It was so stinking sweet. Anyway, she did amazingly. She walked. We had to carry her some. There were so many kids out. I absolutely loved it because you don't get to see that a lot either. And it was almost, I kept telling Ruben, I was like, it looks like a Disney movie introduction, like Halloween Town video clip or something like that, because the neighborhood was just perfect. It was a perfect Halloween night, and all the kids running around laughing and screaming, and oh, it was just amazing. I was in my element, and I absolutely loved it. I'm not exactly how far we walked. I'll have to ask Carlene, but it was a fur pace, like uphill both ways type of walking. Okay, I did feel that the day after, but it was a time. It was I don't know how to explain it to you guys. I really don't. If you're a grandparent, you get it. If you're not, I hope you get to get this feeling someday very, very soon, because I just can't explain it into words. Anyway, I'll talk about something else so I don't cry. Okay, anyway, so if you guys can see up there on that table, that's a plant. That's a real plant. That is a real plant, okay? And I made that. Well, I didn't make it. I kind of did. I helped it. So if you guys are aware, I had that big pothos that's in my kitchen, and there was just one side of it that just kept growing and growing and growing. So I cut a whole bunch of it off, and I propagated a whole bunch of it, and I've potted some and a few plants, and look at how little and precious. I'm so excited. They're doing so good. Bodie, apologies. He's over here behind me scratching his old fleas. He doesn't have fleas. I'll just say that because it's funny. Anyway, look at this washer. I was trying to get you like a really good water. Look at that. Gross. This, I wanted to stop it. This was like right before it started to get to the spin cycle, but I wanted you to see how gross that water was. Ew. I also did get all of the other rugs washed at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but on the same day. I just didn't show you me washing all the other rugs. I just really wanted to focus on the big one because you guys have asked about it in other videos and I wanted to show it to you. Anyways, I do still have plans to do a lot more decluttering. I have all of my clothes that I still need to go through, and I have a couple girls at work that I'm going to be able to bring all of this stuff to because they have girls themselves, and I'm sure that they can be used. And I'm so excited that I don't have to lug those around somewhere and try to get rid of them. So I'll be doing that this week, and I'll be filming that for you guys as well. So make sure to come back if you want some decluttering motivation. I also need to get into my kitchen, under my kitchen sink, and also underneath the microwave. I honestly think that I might end up painting that sometime very soon. I don't know if you guys are aware, but like the front of that, like the doors, they're like metal, and the rest of it is almost also like a metal, but the top is wood. So I think I might be able to get away with spraying like the body part of it. I think I want to do that white, just kind of like my cabinets, and then getting like a dark stain for the top of it. Let me know your thoughts, because I just want to do something different. And if that turns out well, I might do the same thing to that sofa table that's in the living room. Not sure, but I do want to do something different. I might end up making that one darker. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. But I think I want to do this one in the kitchen a little bit lighter, and then the one in the living room darker. I do need to get outside as well. My front porch is horrendous. I want to clean up the backyard, underneath the back stairs, around the building. Just a whole bunch of stuff I got to get into. Also, I wanted to share with you that I finally got my hands on the Little Debbie Christmas tree cake coffee creamer. You guys, I was so excited. So excited. Don't buy it. It's awful. It tastes like the carton it came in. I don't understand. How can you mess up something like that? How can you do it? Just don't get it. If you liked it, let me know. Maybe it just might be my palate, but it just tastes very waxy to me. That's the only word that I can think of to explain it. It's just very waxy. The flavor's not right. Like, it's just not hitting. I don't know. It's not the best. My favorite still, hands down, is the coconut cream. But let me tell you what else I've been getting on lately, because I fear that it's because of the dirty sodas that my coffee creamer has gone MIA. Like, it's been months and months since I could find my creamer. Now all of a sudden it's back, and I think it's because during the summer the whole dirty soda thing hit. Anyway, so while I was in desperation of my coconut creamer, I started drinking, I don't remember who makes it. I don't remember. Anyway, it's the brown butter chocolate chip cookie. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I will put that in my coffee, and then I add 2 little things of the vanilla just to kind of cut that flavor, because I'm not big on chocolate. I don't really like chocolate that much, but I do like the brown butter flavor of it. Anyway, it's amazing. If you guys haven't tried that, definitely try it. If you're a coffee drinker, let me know what your favorite creamer is, because I always end up, somebody will tell me like at work, they're like, oh, have you tried this? I'm like, nope, never heard of it. And it's crazy because I'm always looking for new creamers. So let me know what your favorite creamer is, and I will start to try some more. I don't like chocolate. Just don't give me chocolate ones. All right, so the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today was a Christmas. I cannot believe we're already in November. My spirit is not in the Christmas yet, but I will get there. I will get there very soon. I just want this Christmas to be very laid back. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be running around crazy and then not be able to enjoy my family or the time itself, you know. I just, I don't want to do it. I do it to myself every year. It's not like they change the Christmas date. It's the same day every year, and it just sneaks up on me. And then I'm like, okay, I have forgotten gifts, or it's just, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Anyway, I'm going to get on it this year. I'm going to get on it. And you might say, you should have already been on it. Okay, I haven't. All right, I'm just going to be truthful about it. I haven't got the first gift. But it's not going to be that bad this year. I was thinking to myself, it's going to be so much fun this year with Mila because now she really does understand Christmas. She knows Ho-Ho and she knows all of Ho-Ho's songs and she sings them all the time. It was cute because when we got finished trick-or-treating, we parked at a restaurant and then walked across the street into the neighborhood that we were trick-or-treating in. Of course, Mila being almost 2, she was not happy that we were leaving trick-or-treating. And, she started to get a little mouthy, a little loud on the way back to the car. And her mom said, it's okay because, next year we'll have Halloween again. And next, it's going to be your birthday. Well, now she's excited over her birthday. So she was so sweet. She's like, oh, well, okay, that's cool. So she looks over Carlene's shoulder and she goes, bye-bye, Halloween, bye-bye. It was so sweet. But anyway, she's very excited for her birthday. She's very excited for Christmas. So I know that it's going to be so incredibly fun this year. I'm just going to get to go all out. But then again, I don't have to go all out. She will entertain herself with a pile of trash boxes. And she will be excited and grateful for it. So I don't have to go overboard and spend hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. She literally doesn't need it. Okay? I really just want to spend more time making cookies and watching Christmas shows and maybe showing her some of the Christmas shows that I used to watch growing up. It's so funny to me why they don't show some of the stuff like they used to anymore. Can somebody explain that to me? Like The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, that doesn't come on TV anymore, or does it? Have I missed all that? I don't know. Anyway, my favorite Christmas show. I know we're going off on a little tangent here. That's just how my brain works. And if you've been here long enough, you know it, you get it, you look past it and you move on. Anyway, favorite Christmas show. Emmett Otter and the Jug Band Christmas. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. I think that's how it's titled. Anyways, you have to buy that. You got to find it on the black market or something and buy that. I don't have it. I think my sister has it. I'm not sure. If you guys have seen it, for one, let me know. I would love to know all of my other fellow Emmett Otter fans, okay? If you've not seen it, let me know. We need to have a discussion. If you own this, let me know. I might want to borrow it because I want to get her to watch all of the stuff that I used to watch. And I've made my kids watch Emmett Otter. That used to come on HBO at Christmas. Now they don't play that anymore either. Ugh, I'm getting all sentimental and sad. Anyway, okay, moving on. Another thing that I really needed to get to on this day is cleaning out Bodhi's dog bowls. Now, I do this once a week. If you're supposed to do it more than that, I don't. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's why I like the stainless steel ones because they're not going to keep germs or anything like that in there, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what I read somewhere. Anyway, so I just spray these down with Dawn, and then I normally just fill them up with hot water, let them sit for a little bit, and I also dump just a little bit of bleach, just like a splash, while it's soaking, and then I make sure that when I rinse them all out, they are fully rinsed. But I also just want to make sure there's no germs or yuck or whatever, because I don't eat on a dirty plate after, over and over and over again, so I'm not going to expect him to do that, right? I hope y'all are cleaning out your dog bowls. So while those sat in the sink and soaked, I had to really think about that sentence. I went ahead and got the rug out of the washer and got that into the dryer. Now, these rugs are very thin and they don't take long at all to dry. I can put this in my dryer. It's like a timed thing. I think it's I don't know, 57 minutes, I think. And I'll let it run like halfway through, and then I'll take the rug out and turn it inside out the opposite direction of what it was in and put it in for the rest of the time. And 9 times out of 10, the whole thing's dry at that point. Like if you can make sure that you get it really good in the spin cycle and get everything out of it before you put it in the dryer, then it doesn't take hardly any time at all for those things to dry. And I love that. So once I got that situated, I went ahead and got my mop water ready and did a good scrub on this floor. So in my mind, what I really wanted to take care of this day was the living room and the kitchen, and that's what I got done. I got the rugs done, the living room and the kitchen cleaned, and then I was going to get the floors. So this was the last thing that I was going to come in here and do, but I wanted to tell you guys what's been going on. So you can see a little bit of that plant peeking up right there at the corner on the bottom right there. So that's the one that's been in the opposite corner for probably the last, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't really know how long I've had that. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't get any bigger than that. It just doesn't die. I'm just keeping it at bay. I don't know how else to explain it. So I moved that one. I just switched the corners, okay, of the two, the pothos and that one. I have my shamrock that's on the kitchen table. You saw that earlier in the video, and then the ones that I've propagated. I also have a that really big peace lily that's in the office. That's been doing good. I have been keeping these plants alive, y'all. I don't know what it is lately, but I've been doing somethings. I don't know. But I wanted to share with you something very exciting. I was at the Lowe's the other day, and I couldn't go through the Lowe's without going through and looking at the plants. So I had previously, like the week prior, I got a really amazing deal on this pot online at Walmart, and it was so good you were only limited to buy one. That's how good it was, okay? I'll show it to you here shortly. But I had gotten that, and I was like, ooh, I really want to find something to put in that pot. So I walked over there to look and see what they had, and I didn't really see anything that jumped out at me. But when I was leaving, I noticed that somebody had pulled out like a clearance rack of plants, okay? And so I circled back around. Y'all are never going to guess. Never, you're never going to guess what I got. I'm going to show you here in just a hot second. So right there in that corner by the TV, I had what was that called? The air purifier sitting right there, right? So it actually needs another filter, and I don't have one. So I moved that into the office because I felt like that was the perfect spot for what I had found. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You guys are going to be either very excited for me or be like, girl, you're going to kill it. Look what I found. Look what I found. And this was the perfect spot because it gets sunlight from the front and from the back. You guys, I got a fiddle leaf fig. Look at it. Now, why was that on the clearance? I got her cleaned up, repotted. Love her. So excited. Look at that pot. I'll try to link that if I can. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming and watching the video today. I know it was all over the place, but that's normally how I am. You know that. But I do have a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Like I said, it's just been a really, really, really busy last few weeks, and I'm going to get back on track. So make sure to come back. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and click that button now before you leave. Thanks so much for being here today. I love you, but I gotta go. I will see you next time. Bye.